If you want to become a competent person, write. In your brain, thoughts are roaming around everywhere, and once you get them on paper, you can structure them, you can reorganize them, you can weigh them against each other, and you can challenge them. So something that David Allen said is that your brain is for having ideas, not for holding them. So your brain is like a machine that pumps out ideas, but it shouldn't be used to hold on to them. You should get them out of your brain as soon as you can, and then you can process information, then you can use your brain to think, right? And that's very useful when you're trying to figure out what you believe about something, or you're trying to figure out the truth. So once you get ideas on a piece of paper, you can organize them, and that leads to clarity, and that eventually leads to you shaping your own beliefs, you shaping your own being, and then your authentic self comes into play. You are then less likely to succumb to indoctrination and manipulation. You don't really need to rely on external sources to tell you what to think. You can think for yourself. If you put forward ideas that you have challenged, that you have organized, then you can contribute to the advancement of society. You can see through people who are fabricating lies. You can see through deceptive leaders. You can save your societies, your loved ones from harm. You can save yourself from harm. You can become someone others can rely on in the midst of chaos, because you've trained yourself to think clearly. Over time, you get better at communicating your needs. You don't need to blame people for not knowing what you want, because you can just tell them what you want, and that improves your relationships with the other people. Another thing is that you also stop being frustrated all the time, because you can get your desires fulfilled, your needs fulfilled, and that leads to much more enjoyable relationships. You get better at negotiating. You can craft coherent arguments that you can then articulate compellingly, and then you gain influence at a professional level. You gain influence maybe even at a national or global level, and your suggestions are not very easy to reject, because you have thought through them and your arguments are very solid. So all these things combined give you influence. You can influence your communities, your societies, and your opponents won't be able to win against you very easily either. Your problem solving skills would improve. The solutions you put forward are far more likely to succeed, and then as a result, the decisions that you make are far more likely to succeed. And all of these things combined would lead you to become someone who doesn't let a lot get in their way, and there's not much that you need to fear anymore if you're verbally fluent, if your arguments are coherent, if you can articulate yourself compellingly. So writing can help you with three main things that can contribute to all of the other aspects of your life, and these three things are your analytical skills, your critical thinking, and your knowledge. So if you want to become a more competent person, the best thing you can do is to learn to write.